obviously a great passing game, but still dominant run game, dominant defense. Did this kind of feel like a true Wisconsin win today?
Yeah, I think across the board. I mean, guys are playing physical. You go look at all special teams, you see guys flying around and having fun doing it. And I think that's what this team's about. So yeah, it was really good to have that complete win.
And you've been talking about since training camp and the weapons that you have and the confidence you have in them. Just how much more dangerous do you think it makes the offense when you've got this many guys across the board that you can make plays with down the field?
Yeah, I think it's dangerous. And the cool thing is, like, we've been working for so long. It's cool to kind of have the world meet the guys. I mean, I know what they're about. I know how they go about their business every day. So it's cool to be able to do my job and looking how we're really fun out there.
I know you just got done with this game, but you know it's around the corner. I don't know if you're ready to look ahead yet, but just how big do you think it is for the program to show it can win a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, you got to win every game.
Yeah, but
yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin. I think what we gotta do is do our job, and we gotta play our style of ball. But tonight, man, I'm just grateful for how the guys played. So we soak that up, and then tomorrow we'll hit the ground running.
Skyler kind of have a slow start to the first two games. Obviously got him involved, a couple touchdowns today. What was he doing so well to get himself open, get you to a point you can get him the ball?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was transferring the coaching points. I mean, one of his plays up the sideline, we talked about on the sideline the series before. We called it earlier in the game, and I was like, all right, if we get a two-track, we'll be able to convert that, get a little bit of width. So I mean, we both saw it. I gave him the signal, and he executed. And then, I mean, the second one, we repped it all week, and if we knew that look was coming, that it was another two-trap. Corner bit a little bit. We had to step on him. It was tight, but I mean, we talked about it all week, and we were getting to execute it. So.
Huddle as a quarterback, do you notice when they changed the entire one side of the line, with Gordon Weedy at guard and Trey at right tackle? Do you notice that, or is it?
I notice it when I'm calling the play. I look up and see a different face and kind of giggle a little bit because you're like, oh, sport.
Do you know those guys that come in for that series?
No, but I mean, they came and did a great job. So we've got a bunch of guys in that room that can step in and play. I mean, in my job, it's. You know, I trust all those guys do their job, and they trust me. So, I mean, I'm comfortable with whoever's up there. Not at all.
The West has struggled a little bit out of the gate. Now that you're kind of a clean break from non-conference to conference, do you feel like it's a wide open division?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys last week, do you feel like you're still kind of in that same position you're going in 10?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do our job every week. I mean, we're gonna take it week by week and truly enjoy the process. I mean, that's what I was so proud about this week is guys after the loss. We didn't field the guys. Everybody had a little reflection of, all right, how do I need to practice this week to ensure that I'm doing my job on Saturday? And that's what you enjoy the season, is the process. So I mean, for us, you don't really look around to see what everybody else is doing. We're more focused on how do we get better as a team and how do we get better as players. So I mean, we're gonna enjoy the process. We're gonna have fun winning, and yeah, we don't really look around. Check the waters.
You guys are 3 games in. How are you feeling entering non-conference play? Where do you feel this team is at, and where are they at?
I think we're in a great spot. I mean, I'm like I said. I mean, I'm proud of the response we had this week during practice. I mean, guys are competing, having fun, and really pushing each other to get better. And you see that in the front 7 and the secondary with our receivers. I mean, guys really competed this week, and they pushed to different levels. So, I mean, we're gonna keep doing that. I mean, we're gonna every week just try to get a little bit better. And I mean, I'm excited to see where this team can go.
What do you think was working for you today specifically? I mean, other than a few incompletions and a pick, you completed everything you threw.
Yeah.
Is there something specific you feel like you could pinpoint why everything was working today?
I mean, my whole theme for this offseason is how do I do my job better for this team to just move the ball more. And that's completions. That's whatever I got to do in the run game to get us to the right spot. But I'm holding myself to a standard where I got to do my job every time the ball's in my hand. I mean, it's every play I got to be locked in and truly what's my job on this play. I mean, that's fine, the completion, moving the ball. It could get as simple as that. I mean, when you simplify the game, it kind of frees you up to just go play.
Compared to last week, I mean, with all the penalties that you guys had, do you feel like that this week was a much cleaner week?
Yeah. I mean, we still had a couple. I think we had a couple holding calls. I mean, Tip was angry after one of them. It's good to see him get fired up a little bit, but I mean that means it shows the guys care, and they know that the details win games here. And, but there's still, I mean, we're gonna go back and watch it. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that we can clean up. So I mean, it's definitely clear as far as the penalty sense, but there's always stuff to clean up, and that's why I'm addicted to football. Yeah, I mean, just a little bit off the line. His hand got it a little bit, but another thing that I think man, I'm proud of them. I mean, I'm proud of all those guys in that room. I mean, they're younger guys. We got Deke, Marshall, Miles, but I think that whole room, I mean, they do a great job of asking the right questions, picking my brain, and transferring to the field. And I mean, Miles was 3 for 3 and completed a bunch of balls. He did crazy. He got smoked on his first ball, but completed down the field. I was kind of messing with him. I'm like, welcome to the Big Ten a little bit, but he did a great job.
I'm no quarterback coach, so you tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're doing a better job looking off safeties and creating some space just because you know what the offense around you is kind of doing. How do you sense that that's happening a little bit more, or okay?
That's the game within the game, man. That's where I have fun. I mean, when you understand a defensive scheme and where your guys are going to be, and you know where the flaw in the defense is and how to attack it. Like when Clay had one right up the hash, and they looked him off a little bit, and everybody flew, and he was just running clean. So it's, for me, that's the fun part. Just like the layers to my game. How do I get better? How do I get guys a little more open? And that's where I have fun. That's where the safeties in practice do really well. They showed up, man. We didn't ask anybody. They just popped up. Pretty swaggy though, huh? You don't like them?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Different. You gotta go,
I guess
hell yeah,
that's
those
not.
are sick, man.
Yeah, because that wasn't exactly a ringing endorsement. So I'm guessing they will stick around. You winning them?
Yeah, let's stick around.
You had the interception, but obviously bounced back in relatively clean game. Talk to me about what you saw on that interception and also the bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, it was man-to-man coverage to the field, dropped back, I had a window, and trust my timing through it. We just, as an offense, we got to do a better job of winning. I mean, I can throw a better ball. I mean, all the guys can say we can be a little more firm. I think it got tipped a little bit on the line. Yeah, I mean, as a unit, we can just got to do a better job winning. And I'd say that's what that play kind of sums up when you go back and watch it.
It seemed like you saw you speak with Skyler after the play. Just curious what that conversation was.
Yeah, I mean, that's the him and I just being on the same page. I mean, he was kind of thinking one thing, I was thinking a different. But I mean, that's just another, that shows us that during the week we got to watch a little more tape and talk through just every coverage and stuff like that, just to see what we're thinking. I mean, that just goes back to just really owning the details to it.
Thank you.